stationary front kind of keeping that moisture down to the south at this point. We are expecting it to lift and really become more of a warm front throughout the day today, and that is going to be what drives some of the thunderstorm develop, especially into this evening. You're looking at a lot of these storms really developing in northern portions of Nebraska, in and around Cherry County, Valentine, over towards O'Neill, and we may be even watching for a few isolated thunderstorms here closer to home, closer to Lincoln and Omaha later this evening, where all of these would pose a threat of some large hail, if not a few tornadoes and some damaging wind. But largely you can see this threat mainly at northern Nebraska as this warm front lifts, and the best forcing along this warm front is expected to be north of Lincoln through a good portion of Monday night. But now heading into Tuesday morning and the early portions of Tuesday, we'll be watching along the dry line, which is another feature kind of attached to this low pressure system where we kind of mark a feature that out ahead of it there's plenty of moisture, but just behind it there's next to nothing, which can be enough to drive some of these thunderstorms. We'll see some more kind of develop in and around south central Nebraska towards the Tri-Cities around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and then push towards Lincoln and much of eastern Nebraska, increasing in coverage throughout the later morning hours and around 6, 7 o'clock as you're getting ready for work. So have multiple ways to get warned as we have these thunderstorms kind of continue throughout the morning and come to an end here in Lincoln around 10 a.m., but still continuing in and around the Missouri River and into Iowa throughout the rest of the morning and into the afternoon, kind of expected to reinvigorate as they get into central portions of Iowa Tuesday afternoon. But on the backside of this, still some scattered thunderstorms that are expected to be weaker throughout the rest of the day. But it is tonight, this evening, through the overnight hours into tomorrow morning that we have an enhanced risk in place. This has really broadened over the course of the last update from the Storm Prediction Center. Does include much of Lincoln, Beatrice, southeast Nebraska, now up towards the northwest portions of the state, kind of expecting some of those storms that we were watching along the warm front first before that second round of storms really push south and then east throughout tonight and into tomorrow morning. So the enhanced risk, really, we see that enhanced risk because of such a large hail threat. We could see hail the size of 2 inches, if not a little bit bigger, and large in some of that area in an enhanced risk, but can't rule out a few tornadoes possible with some of these storms. Damaging wind, less of a threat, but could still see some isolated gusts up to 70 miles per hour, and then some flash flooding. Can't rule out some of that, especially with some storms that train over similar areas throughout this time frame. Now, again, I talked about the severe wet tomorrow does kind of shift to the east, but we will still be under marginal risk for some of those storms just past 7 a.m. to still potentially bring us some severe weather. So an active period through much of Tuesday morning especially. And then a second round of showers will be possible, this time without the severe weather threat Wednesday night and into Thursday morning. And that's going to continue to drive some of those temperatures back down into the middle 50s, so about a 30-degree temperature swing. By the end of this week, we'll be expecting those temperatures to cool and then kind of quiet down after that into this weekend.
All right, sounds good. Thank you very much, Jessica.